Yes. No, you say it. Do you want to say it?
No, you're the guest of honor.
Oh, thank you very much. Cheers. It's because I'm shorter than you, innit? And now it makes me...
Yeah, that's why I do. It's all thought out.
There you go.
We're a bit wonky donkey, actually, aren't we?
Wonky.
What's the first crime you
Is that any better?
It's alright.
I made that worse, didn't I?
Does it need to come down? So it's like...
Oh.
Is that better? Is that too
Yeah, I think so. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Yeah. So we can keep that in. That'll be an interesting edit when.
Nailed it.
Okay. Reading Festival, day one. I'm here with Van of Catfish and the Bottlemen. It's a tongue twister, that one, isn't it?
It is. It's hard to tell people when they're drunk. You know, like growing up when we were a band, like telling people in bars and that we used to be playing that they were like Catfish and the what? Boob trotters. And
Boob trotters, I like that one.
Bit of a pain. I like it better than our one. Our name's terrible. Terrible name.
Okay, if you could change your name now, if you could start again, what would you call yourselves?
Catfish. It's easier.
And then you've got a TV show now and stuff. It's got whole connotations to go with it.
I don't know what I call it. I call it something small. I've always liked small names. I don't know why we call our name so long. I like the name Boob Trotters. It's quite good.
What would the logo be though?
People trotting boobs.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Self-explanatory, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go. I don't know what I call it. Don't know. I'm glad I don't ever have to think of another band name. I hated it at the start, but it's got a good story behind the band name. Do you want to hear the story?
I've heard it, but tell people who haven't heard it.
Do you want to hear the story or you haven't heard it, people? So my mum couldn't have kids when she was younger because she got run over, and my mum and dad ran off to Australia together to try and start a new life, and they... despite doctors saying no matter what, even with IVF treatment, they're never going to have a baby, but my dad just kept going for it, and my mum did, and like working 2 jobs, putting all their money into us and stuff like that, like trying to make me, and they failed twice, and on the last time when they were about to give up, because it was like killing them both, they had me. So then I popped out, like Alan Shearer, and then we toured around Australia for like 2 years in the back of a car, and my first memory of music was being sat outside this cafe, and like there was a guy there playing like a line of wine bottles, and he was called Catfish the Bottleman, and he used to just play drums on like wine bottles. So there you go.
Have you seen him since? Have you come back to tell us?
I haven't seen him since, but people have gone out in our t-shirts and met him, and he's like, yeah, I know those lads, they inspired by me and that. So
that must be nice for him, mustn't it?
Yeah. I when we go to Australia, like I want to get him on as support. I think that'd be quite cool. Yeah.
That's like the end of the chapter, isn't it? There's full circle.
Yeah, and get him a half-price t-shirt and all that stuff.
How nice of you.
Sweet,
Now, you've had a busy festival season, haven't you? How are you coping? Are you a bit tired? Are you a bit like wanting bed today, or are you okay?
We played in Brighton last night, like the first headline show in ages, and it was completely sold out. It was just amazing. So like, we can't get tired because it's like we've dreamt of this since we were kids. You know what I mean? We've been doing this since I was 14 or 15, like 7 or 8 years. So it's like we're just excited. I can't believe it. You know what I mean? Backstage, just got like free tea and biscuits and that.
Beat that.
Can't be tired. You know what I mean? If you're tired doing this job, then
you're in the wrong business.
Yeah, go work in Morrison's, because this is the best thing in the world, man. It's amazing, and like playing to all these people and getting interviewed by people like you. It's amazing.
Well, it's nice to speak to someone that's happy about interviews. It's not very common.
Honestly, I prefer interviews than I do gigging. I love speaking to people about music. Like me and my dad, like when ever since I was a kid, we like, you just used to stay up late and just talk about music and like fight about which songs are better and play each other CDs. I love talking about music, so I love interviews. It's ace, man. Like, can't complain about this.
Is there anyone here that you want to stalk and kind of chat to today? Any other band members that you're like heroes?
Heroes. My dad's my hero, so don't really have anyone.
He's not here today.
I know. Our drummer's one of my heroes, so I'll stalk him for a bit. Stalk? Nah, I don't really.
Sounds a bit creepy, doesn't it, when you say it like that?
It's weird, like, because we played Tea in the Park a couple of weeks ago, and like the Arctic Monkeys played, and like they just walk in and eat chicken by you and that, and it's like, I grew up listening to this band, you know what I mean? And now they're eating chicken beside me, and you think they're aliens, but they're not, you know what I mean? They're just normal people, so, I won't stalk anyone, though. My stalking days are over.
What about, have you had any stalkers of yourself yet? Have you had any weird fan moments happen?
Stalkers. No, I have, but I don't want to say because they'll kill me, obviously.
God, and it'll be all my fault.
There you go, obviously, but no, I've not. I like people stalking me, so I ain't asked, you know what I mean? I've got cars waiting outside my house and all that stuff, so.
I might stalk you a bit later, hide behind some bushes and pop out.
Do it if you want.
That might be a bit odd. Unprofessional, you might say.
It will be odd, seeing as though you should be interviewing bands and not stalking a band.
God's sake.
It's alright, but I don't mind that.
Now your debut album's out on the 15th of September, is that right? How are you feeling about it? Are the nerves rumbling yet, or are you just like ready to get it out there?
That excited. Like for me, like I didn't get in a band to make albums or singles. I'm not asked about selling. Like I got in there to make albums, but I mean selling them. You know what I mean? Getting in the charts and that stuff doesn't bother me. Like all I ever wanted to do was sell out gigs and play to festivals to thousands of people. So if it flops, then I know it's the best thing I could have possibly done, and then I'll come back with an even better one. You know what I mean? So I'm dead proud of it. I think it's amazing. I'm really happy with it. I think every lyric, every note is exactly what I wanted it to be, and I think it's the best thing I could have done. You know, like, and I'm just dead excited. Like, I don't mind. Like, I just want it to resonate with the people it resonates with, and whoever them people are, then we'll go play gigs for those people and focus on them people and give them people exactly what they want. You know what I mean? Like, when I wrote it, I consciously thought, 60,000 people are going to sing this. You know what I mean? When I'm writing songs, I think I write them for other people. So I think if, you know, like, instead of writing songs for me and if I like them, then putting them out and then hope other people get them, I was like, I want to go sell out and I want to play arenas. Like, it always does me in when bands are like, you know, look at them not selling out. Like when people had to go at Kings of Leon for selling out, I was like, fuck it, I'll play stadiums if you don't want to play them, you know what I mean? I'll do it. I'm fine with that. So like,
surely you want a band you respect to do well and other people appreciate them.
Exactly. Well, it's like it's just mad because like for me it's like saying you want to be a professional footballer but you're happy to sit on the bench at like Crystal Palace, which is fine, you know what I mean? You're getting paid a load of money, you're on the TV and that every now and again, but you want to be at United or Real Madrid or, you know what I mean?
The World Cup.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be the best player in the world. So like for us, if other bands don't want to go mainstream and sell out, then I'll do that any day. Think of the t-shirts you'll sell. The amount of t-shirts you'd sell with that. I really would have stalkers then. You know what I mean?
Now, did it come easy to you? Are you like a prolific songwriter? Does it just flow out of you all the time, or did you have to work really hard to get them down?
Songwriting for me is the easiest part of being in a band. I think it just comes, just like they fly out. Like they take as long as they last for me to write. So like they take 5 minutes, you know what I mean? It's done. So, but when I was like 14 or 15, I just spent all my time indoors writing songs. So, didn't go out with my mates or anything like that. And everyone was like, "Why have you not stopped coming out with us?" And that. And everyone thought I was a weirdo. But like when Island and Communion came to sign us and give us a deal, I wanted to be ready for them. You know what I mean? So I was like, the first label that takes a risk on us, I'm going to give them a band to believe in. You know what I mean? And take a risk on. So when they signed us, I was like, I've got 200 demos here. What do you want on the album? And then I sent them and they were like, he's bullshit and he's not. And I sent them and like they were like shit. And they literally filtered through like 20, and the first 20 of the first album. So they've not even heard the next 180 or whatever.
Sorted for the next few years if you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I went. All the lads went on holiday last week because it was the first week off we got in like 6 years. So they went on holiday, but I stayed in writing. So like I got like 4 really good songs last week. Yeah.
Are you going to play any of them today, or are they going to be locked away for a little bit?
They're locked away until, you know, someone forks the purse for the next album. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all about t-shirts and, you know. No, I'm joking. No, I'll put them out whenever. Like for me, I wanted to be a band who put an album out like 2 a year, you know, like the Beatles used to. Like, but obviously labels and everything, they need to rinse the sponge.
It's rules.
Yeah, and all that stuff. But I'm just I couldn't be more excited about the future. I'm the happiest man on the planet at the moment.
You've had a bit of a tricky time lately with the departure in the band, but how are you in a good place though as a band? Does it feel all right?
The best place, yeah, it's amazing. Like our new guitar player is called Bondi. He's like a Geordie. It's always going to be good in it, you know, getting a Geordie in. So yeah, it's great. No, we're amazing. You know what I mean? Like things like that happen in bands, you know. Like, and you just got to move on. If people don't like it the same, then I understand, and we just want to be left to our own devices and just keep going. And like, you know, like we're just really focused on the people who believe in us, and we're not asked about anybody else. You know what I mean? So it's the best thing in the world. You know what I mean? Like it ain't bad. Free brews, free dinner, speaking to beautiful people like you. It's amazing. It's the best thing in the world. I can't thank the people enough who are believing in us. You know what I mean? Like it's just dead exciting. I've never been this excited about anything in my life. It's amazing.
Quite infectious. I'm feeling excited for you now, which is good.
Good. It's ace. It's the best.
And you've got an autumn tour, is that right?
Yeah, it's nearly all sold out already.
Well done.
It's bizarre, man. Like we were playing to 10 people last year, you know what I mean? And like It's absolutely crazy. There's so many people who are taking a risk on us. It's class, but we are good live. Like, we are
Have you
good.
always known that probably it would happen, or have you got to have that belief to kind of keep going?
Yeah, definitely. Like, it was for me. It was like, it drives me mad. Like, I don't know if people at home get this or you get this when you're watching the TV and people win a Brit Award and they go, I can't believe I've just won this. For me, it's like going for a job at Asda, and if they call you up on Monday and go, right, you got the job, you're in work today, you don't go, I can't believe I got the job for Asda. You know what I mean? You went for the job. So, like, for me, if we play stadiums, I won't be like, I can't believe it. Like, I hope that doesn't come across like arrogant, but that's what I believe. I'm driving for, and I'm going to work until I get it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not, I don't believe in talent. Like, I don't believe you're born with talent. I think you have to graft for it, because, like, I'm not something special. I don't think anyone's something special. I just think, like, Noel Gallagher wasn't gifted. You know what I mean? Like, John Lennon wasn't gifted. He grafted for it. You know what I mean? There was a time where he couldn't write songs and play guitar, and he did. You know what I mean? He learned it. So I'm just all about, like, grafting until we get a place. And if we don't, at least then you can go, I went for it. You know what I mean?
No regrets. That's the key.
If we don't get somewhere, it's because we're not good enough, and that's it. And that's it. You know, like, and I'm just fucking buzzing, you know what I mean?
Stoked, aren't you?
I'm excited. It couldn't be playing Reading and Leeds. We're doing a Festival Republic tent, and, like, I don't know what it's going to be like. I always think it's going to be empty, but, like, we did the introducing stage last year, and I reckon the amount of people that were there could have filled this tent. So it's like, it's going to be mental.
I've heard a lot of people saying they're going to see you,
Really?
so I think you're in for a treat.
Yes, think of the t-shirts again.
Oh, exactly. It's all about the merch, isn't
Yeah,
it?
no, I'm joking. No, that's really exciting.
Good.
We played Sea in the Park, and it was absolutely rammed, and everyone went mental, and I was like, I couldn't sing because I was pissing myself laughing. It was just like, it's just the best thing in the world,
It's
man.
so surreal and unreal that they came to see you.
It's just, it's not unreal. Like I was saying, like, I believe it, like, but it was just like, I didn't think it'd be this quick, you know what I mean? And this,
Riding a good wave at the moment.
yeah, it's like, it's really intense and it's just funny. It's just funny, man. Like,
Make sure you get enough sleep and stuff. Look after yourself.
we don't sleep. Like, I've never slept anyway, because, like, I write all my songs at night, so I don't sleep anyway. I'm full of life all the time, so it's just amazing. It's, how good is this? You know what I mean? The thing is, like, I'm not built for interviews. Like, you know, like, all these rock stars will come in and they'll be like, yeah, it's pretty cool, man, and, like, giving all that, but I'm just a normal person. I just sit there playing FIFA, having a smoke, drinking cups of tea. Like, I'm just as normal as it gets. If we go to number one, then someone will call me, I'll be buzzing about it, and then I go have a game of FIFA with my mates celebrating.
You love your FIFA, don't you?
I love FIFA, man. But, like,
Go to your Facebook page, it's all about your FIFA.
yeah, exactly. If we get, like, the dream is to get on FIFA more than number ones, more than selling out arenas. To get a tune on
Put a
FIFA.
message out to them.
No, I don't want it.
Oh, you don't.
I don't want to get on my knees for it. If they want us, they'll come get us.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
I reckon they'll jump on the boys. We like FIFA more than any other band, so I reckn they'll sort us right out. She
Silly
looks like
not
Karen
to.
Gillan on that TV. Do you know Karen Gillan? Do you know the actress Karen Gillan?
Doctor Who.
She's amazing.
She is.
She's such a beautiful woman. Like, I've got a girlfriend who I'm madly in love with. I love you, but, like, she's a beautiful woman. My girlfriend's obviously the best woman on the
You're allowed
planet.
to admire other aesthetics,
Yeah,
aren't
but
you?
she fancies Karen Gillan as well. Like, so it doesn't
She's
bother her.
universally hot.
She's just like, it's not like, it's just beautiful. It's not like, oh, she's fit. It's like, I think people, like, with her radiance should be showered in love.
Radiance, that's a nice word.
Thank you.
Don't hear that enough these days.
It's because I'm a songwriter, isn't it? There you go.
With a question from the bum bag, if that's all right. Yeah. I'm trying to bring the bum bag back, by the way.
I'm bringing underpants back.
What, they like proper white?
Yeah, look.
They're proper pants.
Underpants.
I didn't expect to see that today. He started it.
Underpants are back.
That's a claim to fame, isn't
There
it?
you go.
Right, delve into my bum bag. Or fanny pack, depends what you'd rather call it.
Who is your celebrity crush?
Oh, we've covered that one.
Nailed that one, haven't I?
God's sake. Right, another one.
There you go. Who's this one? If you could rename your band. Are these your questions? Are you sure you're not?
Spooky.
Are you sure you're not scrambled these?
Right, I'm going to pick it. Maybe that's the key.
That's the key.
Right.
If you could be any animal, which would you be?
And why?
And why? My dad's terrified of sharks, and, like, me and my dad had a row the other day, like a big fight, and he was like, he proper blew up at me, and, like, he's played rugby all his life, and he's a grok, and I'm like a little skinny singer, you know what I mean? And, like, his mates used to always come round and be like, Bernie, introduce me to your son, all his rugby mates, and he'd bring me out with long hair and dead skinny. I'd be like, all right, lads, and he'd be like, this your son? You used to big... Yeah, and I was like, mate, when you were all lifting each other up and having showers and getting dirty with men, I was singing to beautiful women and, you know, like, trying to swoon people all my life, so I think I won up. But yeah, He drove us. He always drives me to a point where it's like, I want to lamp him one ear, because he's one of them people who, if you're winning an argument, he'll just turn around and walk off, and you're like, you can't leave in an argument. You've got to sort stuff out. So I'd be a shark because I'd scare the shit out of him for the first time in his life. Because like sometimes, like I know when I have a kid, he's gonna grow up to one day be able to beat me up. I'll never be able to beat my dad up, and my dad would never be able to beat my granddad up, because my granddad's a bit of a beast as well. So I'd like to be a shark just so I could finally, when he tries to walk away, just bite his balls off, innit? Bite his head off.
Shall we end the interview with bite his balls off?
Yeah.
Seems a good way to end, doesn't it?
There you go. Well, yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, and have a good show today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hello. Subscribe to Sophie's channel this instant. Instant.
Yeah.
Instant.
Yeah.
There you go. Instagram.